We love. We live. Welcome to Speculation Sunday on a Monday. We got Just As Danny in the house. Danny, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Speculation Sunday on a Monday. We always love it.
Heck yeah. How was your weekend? I know you had a busy one. Let us into how it went. How did it go for you?
Yeah, it was fun. I went to Disneyland for a little bit just to kind of check out some things and see how everything was going in the parks, any changes, and then also had a what do you call it? Set championships for Lorcana. Set 6 championships. So
And how do you feel like Lorcana's going? Because we're another new year, more sets, it's getting bigger. How do you feel? Like, where's Lorcana? Is it headed in the right direction? How do you feel about it?
I feel like it is. I feel like there was a moment where it felt like it maybe got a little stagnated. It was just trying to find its groove. I think maybe they were putting out too many sets too fast and people were having a hard time catching up. Um, they kind of have to find that groove in between, like how often to put out stuff and but I feel like the competitive atmosphere is growing a lot, and we just wrapped the first season of the Disney Lorcana challenges, which I posted a video of from a few weeks ago at the Disneyland Hotel, and we still have to do the World Championships this year, so there's still quite a bit, but then there's going to be a whole new season of Lorcana Championships, like the national ones, coming soon too. So there's just a lot of stuff on the horizon. So I feel like it's going in a good direction.
I feel like Disney needs to do a better job of marketing Lorcana to the masses. They're just not doing it. It's like this weird niche thing out in the universe that Disney owns that's doing incredible, and they need to spotlight it. Like, put some spotlight on Lorcana. They don't do it. They don't do it for whatever reason. Lorcana needs to be sold at Costco.
No, they are being sold at Costco, he said.
Lorcana is?
Yeah. It's they're selling an older set. So they're selling set 3 and we're currently on set 6. So it's an older set, so it's not really like doing the numbers that like you see the Costco people fighting over the Pokemon stuff. Because
Pokemon Costco.
That's because they were putting out newer cards that like people couldn't get a hold of, and Costco was putting together a bundle, and for Pokemon it was like crazy. But the bundle that Costco was putting out for Lorcana is an older set that was honestly probably the most printed of any of the sets that they've had, which was set number 3, called Into the Inklands. And that set is a good value that Costco is selling, especially for someone that wants to get into it for the first time. So I think it's an awesome thing. Some collectors were buying it though because it comes with a special promo card that is from this current set 6, that you can only get if you buy that Costco box. So some people were buying it for that, but for me personally, I didn't. It's not in the funds to be buying extra things like that. So
it's this one right here,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, and I think in the stores it's only like $39.99.
Wow, that sounds like a good deal to me. It's a perfect like get to know Lorcana at a good price. That's how I feel. That's news to me. I had no idea, man. Maybe Lorcana is getting big, like super. If you get into Costco, you're making some numbers. Like you're only at Costco because you're making numbers. We got Josh. Happy Monday, everyone. Currently making dinner, so I'm listening. Hey, don't burn the food. Focus on the dinner, Josh. Focus on the dinner. They were selling Lorcana by cash registers at World of Disney at Fantasy Springs. Yeah, they're selling them at our World of Disney, right? Or they sell it at Downtown Disney for sure. What's up, Disney Fan Chan? What's up, Frankie's Bride? Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us on a beautiful Monday. I gotta start off with, I guess it's like breaking news. I don't know how else to interpret this. I want to start off with some Fast and Furious. Shout out to KTLA. Credit to them. They're the ones that made this video. It's on their website, and they just pumped out this video right here. And I'm assuming this is today. They got the track over the escalators right there. But we're getting some crazy angles, like over the walls and just in general what this all looks like. They did one of these, I feel like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. But now, like, the progress has gone way above what anybody expected in January. Like, I didn't expect in January to have track over escalators and stuff like that. But a lot of this is already coming to life. We see Scram coming down, all these like different structures. This is cool. Let me fast forward a little bit right here. There we go. This is the stuff I find interesting because like I can't really look into these different areas. Look how they're working on the track like that. Where's the angle that I'm looking for? Right here. Look at that. It really shows the scope of this roller coaster from an angle up in the air like that. I want them to show. There we go, like that. Look how big that is. That's freaking ridiculous. That is a ginormous roller coaster coming to life. Any thoughts, Danny? Now that we have track over the escalators, how do you feel, man?
It's crazy looking at that overview of it and seeing that like right out of the station, it's just going straight down. Like it's just dropping right after it pulls out of the station.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense. I always really do love roller coasters that are really hugging a terrain like this. I won't be riding this one, but in general, roller coasters that are really entwined or hugging a landscape, especially on a steep terrain like this, is so much fun. It's like it makes it like twice as more exciting because you can't really gauge how fast you're gonna go or just how thrilling it'll feel because you're not looking at flat ground. You're not looking at Goliath at Six Flags where you just look at how tall it is, or Viper looking how tall it is. Like it's kind of like most of it's hidden, so you don't really see these little turns and things that are tucked away as it's diving under the escalator and then coming up the other side. Like it's gonna definitely add to the thrill, and it'll probably be a fan favorite, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what Coco was saying too about like why is this so close to the ground? like like is the dirt gonna really be that close to it? I was like, I think it is. I don't think they're gonna just be removing dirt because they have all these supports. Like these supports live off the dirt.
Arnott's Adventure says whoever is building that roller coaster needs to work on Montezuma. They're moving so fast they could knock out Montezuma in 3 days.
Montezuma, the Universal team in Montezuma, 3 days. Man, Arnott's Adventure. I know you've been going to Knott's like the last week or so. Has anything happened at Montezuma, or it's just they're just leaving it? They're just like, we'll come back to it at some point. We have not heard, seen anything on Montezuma. Junior, 24 months. Fired up. Got fired. What an awesome day, but never again in first row. I got an awesome vlog I filmed from today. Junior did first row. Absolutely wrecked. I'll maybe I post it tonight or early tomorrow. I don't know which way I'll do it, but it's a great vlog. Stay tuned for it.
Are you talking about Tiana?
Yeah, dude. He got annihilated on Tiana. Annihilated. I think I have... hold on. Stand by. I think my video uploaded now where I could like show like a sneak peek. Hold on. Let me see. Is it gonna play? Yes. Okay, I got a sneak peek. This is part of the vlog right here. Look at this, Daddy. Look at this. Wrong way.
Right
Dude,
side is my
he's
wet
wearing
side.
jeans.
Yeah, that's happening to go first, right?
That's how the vlog starts. Yeah, dude, you sit first row Tiana's, you're gonna get wrecked. Giant Peter show. I did a FanFest survey, and there were some crazy things they were mentioning about the possibilities for future experiences, or for possibilities for experiences in the future. Well, you gotta give us a little more meat on the bone than that. That's cool to hear that they're doing. That's kind of random. They're doing surveys. What's up, Joanna? What are you gonna say,
I was
Danny?
gonna say Arnott's Adventure said exactly what I said. Jeans and a flannel. He's basically a sponge.
SpongeBob. Yeah. Well, Junior wasn't supposed to do first row. It was Hector's nephew, but Junior. It's just the way the cards played out that day or at that moment. Where is this question? I saw Eric. When do you think Universal will do a press release on specs, ride story, marketing, on billboards, commercials? He's talking about FanFest. I want to say they're probably not going to give us anything for probably until like a month before the ride opens. We didn't really get much. We didn't even get concept art before Super Nintendo World. Like, I don't really think they gave us anything really before Super Nintendo World. So I feel like they're going to follow the same path of like, we just not going to know much. I hope they do. I hope we get like a actual concept art of what the ride is supposed to look like. But I'm not holding out anything.
Yeah, I would like concept art too of what the ride's supposed to look like, because we really haven't seen anything other than that one
like leak that happened of some concept
like
art.
some internal like presentation they were doing that showed the ride vehicles, and then people kind of like pushed it everywhere else outside of that event. And I wish they would kind of publicly show us like what the station's supposed to look like, because I'm really curious how they're going to honestly, I can't even picture like where there would be a queue for this ride. That's in such a tight area. I don't really know like where they can fit a line. Like that's the part that's like weirding me out right now.
Yeah, the line is supposed to go let me see if I could right here, right there. That is queue. At least an outdoor queue. But you can't fit that many people right there. That's like nothing. The lines that this is going to demand. Supposedly, people were rumoring that this structure was Q2, but I don't know. I don't know how this will play out. We'll see, dude. Watch them do boarding groups for like a long ass time. You never know. You just never know.
They did it for Secret Life of Pets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And technically, they kind of did it for Fast and Furious too, or not Fast and Furious, Super Nintendo World. Oh, look, they zoom in. That is Q supposedly. This area that we're looking at. But yeah, crazy looking angles from KTLA.
Look at that, it just drops right down as soon as it comes out.
It's so crazy. This whole ride is ridiculous, dude. I don't know how this will play out.
I can't believe you're gonna ride it. That's what I can't believe.
I'm gonna ride it many times, 1,000 times. I want to get on this 1,000 times. Dude, you know what? Since we're on the topic of Fast and Furious, somebody on X created like this might be what it looks like kind of like a rendering, I think is the word they use. I gotta show it. Hold on, Danny. You gotta see this. God, I'm trying not to cuss. Hold on. Stand by. Where? Oh, here it is. This is not anything. This is not official. This is just, I guess, in a sense, a fan made from Coaster 3D is the name. Look at this. Look at this ride through, Daddy. So this is just like a fan made rendering. Look at this. You know, this looks like a fun roller coaster until this. Yeah, I don't know how many people are gonna be handling this, dude. And then look, the whole go backwards into a loop thing right here. Look at this.
Yeah, that's gonna f me up.
That's gonna f you up so hard. Because it's not. This is not a roller coaster. Like, you know, you're always looking straight. You're just like, I don't know where we're looking. I'm looking right. I'm looking left. I'm going backwards. Going over the escalators right here. Look at this. Oh my! I'm getting dizzy just like, and then I guess. This is just stupid. It's just stupid. that has like no, like, I ain't ever getting on it from Daddy. I can just feel it.
Nope.
B-Box Princess, bring it on. Just looking at makes me want to puke. Yeah, a lot of people it's gonna be like, no, that ain't it for me. Let's move all over the place. There's lots of things to talk about today. So some people are kind of confused why this happened. Danny's the perfect person to give us some elaboration. Walls went up. Madame Leota, Somewhere Beyond, just opened. And walls went up again. It is still open inside, but construction walls have now taken over the front and kind of on the side of Madame Leota's.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with this, Danny? What the heck happened here?
Well, it sounds like, hold on, my microphone's being a little weird right now.
It's all right.
Hold up. So it sounds like they had a little bit of grading issues. So if you kind of know that space right there, as soon as you turn the corner and you walk past the shop, you're kind of going up a little bit of a hill and then down into country or what is it called now? Bayou Country. And it's because the ride, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, is tunneling underneath you. So you're kind of like on a bridge per se, a little bit. And so that little bit of a hill there, when Disney's like cleaning the pathways at night and spraying them down, because they do hose down the park like every single night. And then in addition, when it's raining, I guess they didn't maybe plan the grading as well as they had hoped. And it was draining and kind of all moving the water into the shop. So it was like all pooling like there at the shop. And inside of it. So it wasn't good drainage for what they had. So they have to kind of regrade the ground so that water drains away from the building, which is like typically like what people do with houses and stuff like that. So they just want to make sure that, water isn't going to collect there, especially when it's raining. It could be a dangerous thing if there's like water starting to pool at the entrance of the shop. People trying to walk by and stuff.
Supposedly rain this week, Danny. Which I was like, what? There's rain this week? Oh man. Is that something that like just got overlooked? Like nobody thought of that while building this thing? The answer is no, obviously.
Yeah, they just don't. I just don't know that they think about, like, they're not always communicating, right? They're not always thinking about, like, Imagineering knows, like, okay, they got to get the building straight, but they're not necessarily thinking about, like, drainage in that aspect. They got, like, the whole building's out, retrofitted in really nice rain gutters and like a rain gutter system that drains away where it's supposed to go. But, they didn't take into consideration the fact that Disneyland gets washed every night.
Yeah.
And that's like a, the water's not necessarily flowing the same way that it would if it was just, falling out of the sky like rain. So it's, being sprayed by a gun and it's coming down that hill and it's going right towards the shop. So they got to fix that. And the shop is open. You can still access it from the side where you exit the ride. You just can't exit. You can't access it from the front. So
Yeah.
still open, still available, not closed. It's just they've got a wall up in front of it. Kind of makes it look closed unless you're looking at the side of it.
Yeah, that should have been the first thing they tested. Grading. we don't do that stuff at Disneyland, Greg. We build it, we let things go bad, and then we spend more money to fix it, and then things are okay. We saw the same thing with the ground in Toontown. Dude, Toontown was just a mess. It's great now, but it's like it should have just been great the first time and done properly. And it's kind of crazy how Disney does some things at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Sam Reyes, 29 months. Wow. Speculation on Monday hits different. That render of Fast and Furious was wild. Thank you, Mondo and Danny.
A little too wild.
Dude, I supposedly the turning, like the last 20 seconds was he just kind of went crazy. It's not supposed to be like that, but the other video is supposedly kind of accurate.
Yeah. So I would say Nikki Paula in the chat also says a little similar to X2. Not really. Maybe like I think Knott's Adventure has it. She kind of says it's like Sierra Sidewinder on crack. I wouldn't say it's like X2 because X2 the chairs actually simulate what it feels like to complete an inversion. So like the ride itself like goes up like you would in a loop, and then instead of the roller coaster completing the loop, the chairs complete the loop, and then it goes down the hill. So like your body really kind of just feels like you just did a loop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then same with like the corkscrews on X, like you're like doing a corkscrew and then the chair's tilting at the same time in the same direction. So it's not as disorienting. I don't feel like X2 and X wasn't that bad for me. It's bumpy and it hurts like hell. But I wouldn't say it's as bad. This is like the cars are rotating, and I still don't know if they're free rotating or if it's going to be like where they're locked to a certain point and then at certain points they free rotate as they need to around the corner, or if it's going to be like Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, where the cars are directed into specific directions as they approach a turn, like because it's drift style, right? Like maybe all the cars turn inward on the turn, and they're directed that way by like the machinery. I don't know. We don't know what it's like because, as Mondo said, they haven't shared anything.
We just know it's Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. That's literally all we know. It's literally all we know. At least official. There's been lots of weird stuff in the background, but Jacob Giles, 16 months. I'm Mondo Danny, proud year member here. Let's go! I'm heading to Disney this Wednesday afternoon. How is Disney doing on a Wednesday right now? I was just at Disneyland right now. The crowds were great. They were great. Tiana's, we waited like 50 minutes. Haunted was like 25. And for whatever reason, when we were walking by, Rise was literally a walk-on. It just reopened, I'm assuming. But the crowds are not bad, honestly. We did the Royal Hall. Like, that was like 10, 15 minutes, if that. I think you're going at a great time right now. This specific week is a great time to go to Disneyland. What about you, Danny? You think it's going to be a good day to go on Wednesday?
I think so. I think generally Tuesday and Wednesday are pretty good days to go. Mondays, Thursday, and Friday is kind of a mixed toss-up. You never really know what it's going to be like. Tuesday and Wednesday this week I feel like are pretty good because a lot of people came and had their vacations planned for the races, and now they're gone, right? Probably as of today, and maybe some are extending to tomorrow. I would say very few have extended beyond that. So you probably are just going to get like the diehard locals that will come after, like when people start to get off work, and then pretty light crowds during the day, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, if you could get there early, you're just golden. You're gonna have a great day. Like it seems like the 5 o'clock to closing is that's where the brutal crowds are coming. Just everyone gets off work, they want to head to the park. But I hope you have the best time. I was just at Disneyland today, like I mentioned earlier. I had a chance to try the new Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme. This delicious thing right here. It can be found at Red Rose Tavern. It's literally a crunch wrap. They called this one a burger Fantasyland Fairfold. Extremely cheesy, spicy. It is $14, which is very expensive. I have a pass, so you get a little discount, but I thought it was worth it.
Is it breakfast?
It's not breakfast. It tastes like a breakfast burrito. That's like the best thing I could pinpoint the taste bud to.
What's in it though?
The one I had is the burger one, so it's flavored tortilla filled with seasoned ground beef, hash browns, cheese, white cheese sauce, and burger sauce. What the hell's burger sauce?
Like In-N-Out sauce.
Oh, okay. It did not taste like In-N-Out though. It didn't. Someone said it In-N-Out too, and I was like, it don't taste like In-N-Out. But Jacob Giles, I think for me right now, my number one recommendation at Disneyland, Hungry Bear. Go get barbecue at Hungry Bear. Like, I think to me, Hungry Bear, Plaza and Chicken, maybe a Bengal barbecue, you can't go wrong right there. Any combination for lunch and dinner.
What happened to Red Rose Tavern being a French restaurant?
Oh, they're totally over it, Danny.
They're like full Mexican now, all of a sudden, or like Mexican fusion anyway.
no, and Red Rose Tavern had like flatbreads recently, which I thought that was kind of odd too. Red Rose Tavern has been all. Oh, look at this monstrosity! A monstrosity. I don't even know what other better name to call it, and it's Red Rose Tavern. So Disney's like, for all the people trying to go hard AF, you hungry? You really hungry? You got $18? You could go get yourself a triple cheeseburger. There's a picture from our good buddy Food at Disneyland. A triple cheese. I've never seen Disney do something like this. I don't even know what enticed them to do a triple cheeseburger, but there you go. You ever seen a triple cheeseburger on Disney property, Daddy?
No.
A triple cheeseburger, dude. Wild. I didn't even know what to say to that one. But thank you so much, Jacob Giles. 16 months. We got Rhea. Mondo Danny, with LA being selected for Olympics, do you think Disney will partner for merch? The last 3 Olympics featured Hello Kitty, Minions, Looney Tunes. I think it's gonna stick to Universal stuff, if you ask me. I don't think they'll go Disney. What do you think?
Maybe, potentially. I don't necessarily know though, because it's gonna be NBC, right? And
that's what I'm saying.
Universal, so I doubt that. Potentially there could be some stuff. That's going to be all up on a partnership that they have with Universal.
We do got Ken Potrock with Big Event Integration or whatever that position's called. That has to be Olympics related, I would imagine. That'd be cool though if Disney did have Olympic merch. That sounds awesome. Giant Peter says, a survey mentioned a possibility of DJ karaoke gaming tournaments. Gaming tournaments at Universal? What? Celebrity experiences and a whole lot more? I couldn't tell you what any of that means, dude. I have no idea. Alfredo, 32 months. I got my mansion bride sipper once again. Thank you. Hey, Alfredo, I'm glad it got to you. Alfredo, thank you for being a member. Thank you for participating. He was the winner of the bride sipper recently, man. Thank you, Alfredo. 32 months. Danny, appreciation for the new Downtown Disney vlog. I was able to try the popcorn. It was so good. Is there a hack to getting fresh popcorn, Danny? Because I feel like not everybody knows this stuff. You know what I mean?
No, our friend Nene posted on Instagram that like they post the date on the back of the bag, so you can check to make sure that the popcorn was packed that day that you're there. Um, but I talked to Peter and Kitra, and they tried the popcorn the next day, and they said it was just as good. So maybe they're doing something a little bit different to help with the preservation a little bit. I just know for me when I had it at Walt Disney World, I got it like I specifically like got it on the first part of my trip, and then I was like, you know what, this is so good, I want to get another one to go. And I made sure to go to Epcot on my travel day, get one, brought it home, didn't eat it until the following day, and I just thought it tasted like stale chips. You know, like something's
Hmm.
off when you're eating a
Yeah.
stale chip. Kind of the same thing. So that's what it feels like. But like I said, Peter and Kitra, they tried it. They said it was still really good. So I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong. It's just like popcorn. Like think about when you get movie theater popcorn, right? And if you're the kind of person like me, I like movie theater popcorn, and I'll save it sometimes. Like if you get the one that gets the free refill, sometimes I'll get another one before I leave, and then save it for the next day to like snack or something. It's still good, but it's like not as good and like a little stale. And this is just like popcorn that they make, like Disneyland. It's just regular popcorn that they make. So like the same popcorn that they make in the popcorn stands, not necessarily with all the salt and the butter oil and stuff like that, but it's the same popcorn. And then they're just putting it in that big pot that you saw in my video, and they're putting the caramel in there and then melting it all together. So it's just regular popcorn with essentially caramel on it. And caramel is just like butter and sugar
Hmm.
and like milk. You know what I mean? Like it's just that's all it really is. So, all that's gonna make the popcorn like soggy, right? And it
Yeah.
does get a hard shell because it's caramel, but like it's still regular popcorn, and like regular popcorn is gonna get stale after a couple of days. So
Easily. Easily,
yeah.
dude. Yeah, and that caramel popcorn that they're selling now at Downtown Disney, that you want to eat that like same day, within the hour kind of thing. Like you want, because when you go to Epcot, I honestly feel like they're crunching out brand fresh popcorn literally continuously. They never stop. Like it'd be very rare to get an old bag. Everybody's getting the popcorn at Epcot. I feel like it'll be a trend. It'll eventually become a trend where it's like everybody wants the popcorn. Vegas Film Critic, thank you for that package for Sonic, my friend. Mondo, they did interviews today in Las Vegas at Nellis Air Force Base for Captain America Brave New World. Wild. Talking about Captain America, I saw the new merch today.
I saw it too. I saw the Spirit jersey.
There's a Spirit jersey?
Yeah, I saw the Spirit jersey.
I did not see a Spirit jersey. I saw this toy, this backpack with wings. Crocs, of course there's Crocs. Why wouldn't there be? This dude, Red Hulk, whoever the hell Marvel's Falcon is, I have no clue. And then just a couple shirts, these random ass Red Hulk hands. And for whatever reason, Marvel keeps dropping more footage of the movie. Them dropping all this footage of the movie, it just gives me the sense that it's probably not a good movie. People are not buying tickets. They're throwing whatever they can at the wall now. Please buy tickets. Come watch our movie. I don't know. We'll see how this Brave New World plays out. Are you sad you couldn't go to Moonlight tonight, Danny?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do one of those DVC member events, and I can never I either like find out about it too late, like the next day, and like they sell out like within minutes. So I never can get a ticket to go to one of those DVC member events, even though I'm a member. I can't get one.
Hmm.
So it's I've maybe one year I'll get it because I think they only do like one or two a year.
Yeah.
So maybe next year.
We're probably going to see the coolest characters come out today at that event. They literally bring out the rarest of characters for DVC. Uh, yeah, DVC. You gotta go pretty big. It's very expensive to be DVC, but Sometimes you get these really cool perks, really, really cool perks. If you haven't already, smash the like button. Thank y'all for joining us on this beautiful Monday. I want to keep going, Danny. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? I think I want to revert back real quick. I know we did a live stream. We talked a lot about it. Now that we're kind of like 5 days past all this FanFest stuff, how what's the overall feel for it now, Danny? Like, how are you feeling about FanFest?
I think it's still really exciting, honestly. I was talking to someone else about it. A lot of people are making the comparisons to Halloween Horror Nights, um, calling it like the next version of Halloween Horror Nights. But just based on what we know so far, and this is only based off what they've shared, right? Because we have never had this event before, and also Universal's still holding back a lot of details. Um, I don't really necessarily know that I would do front of the line for this event. Now, whereas most of the time when I'm talking to someone or giving a review about HHN, and if you have the money, I'm always going to recommend doing front of the line pass for this event, for Halloween Horror Nights. But for this event, I feel like what I don't know what the front of the line pass gives you, right? Like, is there really that many things that like are going to be queuing for? Like what are you going to actually skip? Like, we've got basically the Back to the Future tram experience. So obviously you'll probably skip that line.
Yeah.
You'll probably skip the walk on for Dungeons and Dragons and for Star Trek. But those are really the only three experiences per se. We have the show in the DreamWorks Theater for the anime, and then the One Piece Pirate Gathering. That's just like the One Piece pirates gathering at the front of the park when you're first walking in, kind of like the Skull Lords scare zone and the punk chain punk ghosts or whatever they were this year as well too. So it's just kind of like roaming characters or like maybe characters that you meet and greet. Probably not anything there that you can use your front of the line pass on. So truly, maybe we're looking at 4 experiences that you can use it on for this event specifically, versus like 9 mazes for Halloween Horror Nights. So I just feel like for me personally, I would just go pay the general admission ticket, maybe get the 2 p.m. one if you want to be at Universal during the day too, and just make sure that you're there early. And then don't worry about front of the line, right? Like just focus on the properties in the event that make the most sense to you and are most exciting to you.
Yeah.
If you are only going to go to FanFest nights and you haven't been to Universal in years, and this is your first time going in like 10 years, 15 years, and you haven't done anything at the park, then maybe Express might be good, because then you could do all the rides and stuff. So
Yeah, for me, I don't understand the Express either, Danny. Because like I find it hard to believe that like the rides will have long waits like throughout everything. Because at Horror Nights, the rides really are like second thought, you know.
Are they selling an early entry experience to this event, Mondo?
Yeah, there's early entry, dude. Like $20.
Oh, so there's an early entry for this too.
Yeah, dude, it's exactly the structure they have for tickets of Horror Nights. They're doing that same structure for FanFest. Early entry.
So in that case, we have a Yamileth Arihuela. I don't know how to say their name, but I hope I said it right. In the chat, they said, "Can you share how early entry works for HHN? How do you think it'll work for FanFest, the 5:30 start or the 2:30 or 2 p.m. entry?" The way it worked was that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mondo, the 2 p.m. day and night ticket, they already had early entry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's part of their ticket. And then the early entry one was actually early entry into the event. So my guess is maybe they'll allow you to access the walkthrough experiences for like Dungeons and Dragons and the Star Trek one
at the lore
like
lot,
a little bit earlier. Maybe not the tram, because that's still open for day guests.
And they gotta let the tram cycle out with the normal people, like normal guests. Yeah.
So probably not that one right away. I would say just probably the other things. So if you're like diehard wanting to start on like getting those out of the way right away. Like you could maybe pay for the early entry, and that's kind of like foregoing the extra you'd spend on the early entry or the express. I mean,
Yeah.
instead.
I have a feeling, since they're going to be pacing the Dungeons and Dragon walkthrough, and they're also going to be pacing Star Trek, even though the lines are not long, they're going to be long because they're pacing in groups and batches. So I think Express is like, because you just want to get ahead of the curve a little bit and all that pacing. But the early entry, I think it's. I guess you could do Jurassic World before everybody else. You do some Dungeons and Dragons before everybody else. I don't know. I really don't know the benefits of all these things are going to play out. There's a brand new event.
Yeah,
The way
they were
crowds
asking
go,
Mondo where we would speculate the early entry line would be. For HHN, it was the left hand side gates that were letting people in early, and then the right hand side gates were like people that were there early just for general admission, waiting to get in first. And then the left hand side gates were open, and they had their own kind of like basically I would say like almost halfway or a quarter of the way down the red carpet on the left side of it. They had a person there that was checking your ticket to make sure you had early entry and an admission ticket for that night, and then
yeah.
they would give you your early entry wristband and your admission ticket, like your physical ticket, and then they would move you forward to the turnstiles that were on the left hand side that were actively accepting guests for early entry.
Um, I have to say we got to see how it plays out. I think early entry will be really worth it. Just the fact that you could do like the Dungeons and Dragon experience right away. I think it's going to go a long way. I think the Dungeons and Dragon experience is going to be way cooler than even the Star Trek 2. These immersive walkthroughs. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons and Star Trek. Like I'm not a fan of these things, but I'm open minded to enjoy whatever's coming and whatever these creatives worked on. I'm excited. Um, some breaking news happened this week. The cannons are working once again on Rise of the Resistance. I don't know when the exact date was when they stopped working, but it feels like it's been forever, like a long time. I don't know how long, but a long time. How do you feel about this, Danny? Because this was some random ass news. I went today; they're still working. There's not they figured it out, I guess. What are your thoughts, dude? That they didn't give up. They didn't give up on this.
It's a pivotal part of the experience for sure. You're you're on an escape pod essentially trying to get your way out of this ship that you're on, and the droid is driving it, and you're finding yourself in places you're not supposed to be. First, you're finding yourself in the bridge with Kylo Ren, and then he tries to like attack you, and then you escape, and then you're all of a sudden in this room where they're shooting off these giant cannons, and the robot's like freaking out trying to dodge and weave in between them and not get crushed.
Yeah.
It's part of the experience. And when they weren't working and you're just kind of like going through a room that's like they're just sitting there, it doesn't really make sense what they're doing. Like it's not really adding to the storyline and the thrill of it. So I'm glad they're back and it's working.
It adds so much to this scene. It really does. Because, like, going through it so many times without the cannons and then having the cannons back now, it's like, wow, that's what it feels like. It feels like you're in this battle. These cannons are obviously shooting things out in space. It really adds to this effect, like, tremendously. I'm glad that they brought them back. It's so cool that they never gave up. Who knows about Walt Disney World? They don't care about things like this at Walt Disney World. But here at Disneyland, it's cool to see that they care. Do you think like the leadership at the top is the one influencing these moves, or this was just going to happen no matter what? You know what I mean? Because like we got Daniel Ju from Tokyo recently. We just got it. We're gonna get a new president, the one from Disney Cruise Line soon. Do you think there's
Mhm.
influences going on from the top now, kind of streamlining down?
Potentially, right? Getting things back in working order. Maybe prioritizing merchandise in a different way. I hope so, right? They kind of were on a trajectory that um, almost seemed like they were going in a place that wasn't going to spell the best outcome for them.
Yeah.
They were going to like a place where everything was becoming more and more expensive, and maybe not everything was working or available, um, and or maybe people weren't happy with like the experience of the food or just things like that. So it seems like they're trying to make an effort to change some things and make sure Disneyland's looking good for the 70th. More importantly.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to get a satellite view because we got to talk about some cool stuff that we're hearing. Um, Let me. We're gonna flip over to downtown Disney. Downtown Disney. All these crazy moves happening. How do I get out of this? There we go. I got it. I got it. All right, Danny. Let's talk some downtown Disney, dude. I think it was Theme Park Wizard. That's where I saw this information first. Can I like flip this? No, I can't really. Okay. Is this current? Yeah, it is current. Okay, cool. So we're in downtown Disney right now. Um, as you can see, Splitsville's right there. This building that we're looking at right here is what used to be Tortilla Joe's. It was announced today, and shout out to Theme Park Wizard. There's probably other people that talked about it too, but it's
Yeah.
gonna be demoed. It's not a retheme. It's not like a rebuild of whatever's in there in that infrastructure. A demo. Any insight, Danny? Like how hard are they trying to go here? This is cool.
Yeah, the new location doesn't look as big as the Tortilla Joe's one was.
Yeah.
So interesting in that. It looks like, maybe with the space in the middle being allocated for Splitsville being called the alley. It seems like they might be making a more of a focus on that space being kind of an outdoor hangout space, sort of like over by Din Tai Fung. Because if you're looking at concept art of the restaurant and you're looking at the concept art specifically of the the quick serve's facing the direction of so Arthur and Son is the restaurant, and then the quick serve was the other one that you had up, Mondo. That one's facing towards Splitsville, and you can see there's like an outdoor grassy area in the concept artwork there, and that's kind of like where Splitsville has their like alley right now. So my guess is they're kind of trying to shoot for another like common outdoor space right there, because this building, in my opinion, just doesn't look nearly as big as Tortilla Joe's was, and it's obviously not a set. There's obviously a whole story on that building that's not there. That Tortilla Joe's has a second story. So
So it's almost like they're downgrading a one floor. Everything one floor.
yeah. hmm I
Wow.
mean, the restaurant could be 2 floors. I'm not sure, but the back portion that you're showing there, which is the barbecue joint, um, that's going to be, looks like it's, at least from this angle, it looks like it's just one story.
How are they fitting all this in that little corner, dude? This is kind of crazy. Like, look at this. This building. I guess that could be 2 stories, right?
Yeah, part of it anyway.
It doesn't look very big, like at all.
Yeah, it's not nearly as big from what I can see with Tortilla Joe's, but then again, it's turning into 2 restaurants. But I mean, Tortilla Joe's technically was 2 restaurants too, right? They had the Taqueria and they had Tortilla Joe's. So um, Arthur and Sons will be a little bit more intimate, right? But that's kind of the vibe. It's like a speakeasy, like steakhouse vibe, and then the barbecue joint. I don't really know. It looks just kind of like a classic roadside diner, like barbecue joint with an outdoor bar, which kind of opens up to that greenery space
Mm.
that's there. So Maybe there's kids can play while parents are eating kind of situation, but it'll be nice. It'll be a new look for that space there, that's for sure, than what we're used to. It'll be maybe a little bit more inviting in that
Yeah.
space than it currently is. And I know Splitsville's really tried to get people to come down there. I mean, a lot of times, unfortunately, just with the way the Splitsville's situated, some people don't even know it's there. A lot of times, like legitimately, people like you mentioned Splitsville, and they're like, "What? Where's that?" And then you like show them, you're like,
There's
"I
a
didn't know
bowling alley in downtown Disney?
yeah." So I think maybe with the space being more green and inviting, people are going to walk in there and see like not only this barbecue joint but Splitsville, and it'll help bring business to both parties.
Yeah. Yeah. You think Arthur and Sons is gonna be like every dish is $50 to $70 minimum?
Yes. Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
the vibe I'm getting, Danny, because
Yeah.
this doesn't look
This
like
is
a
a
lot of
steakhouse.
dining.
This is a steakhouse from a Michelin star chef. So we're already near those prices at Paseo, which is also owned and operated by, or operated, I guess, by a Michelin star chef. This is also another one who happens to also own the Black Tap, restaurant as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be, further expanding their brands at Downtown Disney. Um, but yeah, this is definitely giving me like $50, $60 plus entree vibes for sure.
Like
And if
not
it's a
even that.
traditional steakhouse,
Not even
if
that,
it's a
Danny.
traditional,
I was gonna say like $125 $200 steaks, like literally. Like
well,
I
I was gonna
don't
say
know.
if it's a traditional steakhouse, as like a normal like fancy steakhouse would be, you're only buying your steak, and all the sides are separate. It doesn't come with anything.
What's
And
the one?
traditionally how steakhouse. That's how Steakhouse 55 was when it was at Disneyland Hotel. So
What's the steakhouse right across Harbor Parking, Toy Story parking?
Morton's.
Morton's. That Morton's is like that. $75 steak. You haven't even bought mac and cheese. You haven't bought nothing. It's just $75 steak. Damn. Arthur and Sons. Downtown Disney just getting bougie. Getting very bougie. Um, let's keep talking about downtown Disney though. Let me move over a little bit. We know ESPN Zone is going to get touched. Who knows what they're doing in there, but it seems like that structure is going to stay. The next one that I want to talk about. Do you think the future for Star Wars Trading Post, which used to be Rainforest Cafe, do you think it's long for this world? Like, is this going to survive 10 more years? What do you think?
No, no, not even. If you could draw, Mondo, a little box on like the top portion of that restaurant right there, the
Uh,
former restaurant.
of Rainforest Cafe?
Yeah, like what you think the store is taking up.
I would go right here, right
No,
here.
no, 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 no. Like what you think the current store of
Oh
that
my
building is taking up.
gosh! Hold on, let me back. Like what footprint is being used right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
If that even. And then
right
remember
there.
it's
Look
two.
at
And remember
that.
it's two
That's all they're
stories.
using.
Yeah,
Like just a little in the front.
and it's two stories. Two stories. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely not long for this world. There's something planned for that location. I'm sure of it. We just don't know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Disney
So
knows.
what I want to just we're speculation Sunday, everybody. This is not like some like, oh, we know what's happening. We're just having fun. This is speculation Sunday. What about we know how hard Disney's going in downtown Disney. If they did touch, if they did decide to touch uh Rainforest Cafe and say their goal is like, we're gonna demo it. This old ass building, it just ain't working for what we want in the future. And we already know Disneyland Forward's coming over here on this right side stuff. What about if Rainforest Cafe did get touched? What is next to Rainforest Cafe? like in this direction right here. Look at all this right here, all of that. A monorail, a monorail. If Disney, we're talking like so in the future. No, not anytime soon. But if Rainforest Cafe did get demoed, do you think Disney would be enticed to touch that monorail? To touch the monorail? And all speculation, somehow create openings for the future, future Disneyland forwards. I guess you could almost say like a esplanade, stuff like that. Another entrance for wherever these future things are headed. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on something like that, dude? We're super forward thinking right here, right now. Because everybody will always say Disneyland doesn't touch the monorail. Well, the future Disneyland probably will, is what I'm trying to say. But any thoughts on that crazy talk? Any thoughts on that crazy talk?
Yeah, potentially if they get rid of they I would imagine if they're going to tear out the building, they certainly couldn't have the monorail open during that time just because of the proximity of how close it is, and getting machinery in there that's tearing out a building, it would close something and they would have to move something. Um, just looking at the artwork now, you can, and we said it before when Disney recently worked on that monorail station. They painted it blue and silver to kind of try to hopefully tie it in a little bit with the surrounding area. That's all now mid-century modern and very like Palm Springs vibes. But you can see the monorail itself is wrapped in giant leaves. It's one giant leaf. They're like giant palm banana leaves that are folded over. That's the theme of it, because it was a garden. Downtown Disney was a garden. So the leaf structure is still there. It's just painted blue and silver. So they're still giant leaves. They're just blue.
They're just blue.
So, and they hope that you don't put two and two together and think it's a leaf, because it's not. They don't want you to think that anymore because it doesn't match the theme. The most I could see them doing, Mondo, is maybe repurposing this space into a new set of shops, just like we see on the opposite, like literally straight in front of this is Parkside Market, and then a row of successful shops, right? They've got the Avengers shop right next to Parkside, and then they have D-Lander, and then some other new store that's coming in, so they could kind of like mirror that concept on the other side, and then maybe give a little bit more space to the monorail station, so that they can have a proper queue. They can, have a little bit more room to grow and have some space there. Or maybe it even becomes a point where it's like a more larger centralized station right there instead of the downtown Disney station. So it can better accommodate, the hotel guests from Disneyland Hotel and Pixar Place, since they're the closest. So
yeah. What I'm just curious to, man, now that we're talking about this, it makes me think Disneyland Forward concept art. I just want to look at it. Where is it? Gosh, it's always so hard to find this concept art. It's like a thing of the past. I think I found it. Let me see. What do we got here? Does this monorail look like the current monorail? I know this is all make-believe, this thing we're looking at.
Yeah, it does look like the current monorail, but what we did notice in this concept art that people talked about in the past would support kind of what you're saying. There is no station there. It's just turning instead of stopping there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's normally where it would, those two pillars right there in the middle of the pathway that are supporting the monorail would be normally where it's just pulling out from next to the Lego store, and then the monorail station would be right in front of it. But in this concept art of a sample of what could be, right? Because this is nothing.
Could be. It's just all make believe right here.
Yeah, in that concept art, it's there's no monorail station there, and more importantly, directly in front of those two large pillars that are underneath the monorail track right there, Mondo.
Let me try to point at it so people can see. There's so much looking at, like right here, right there.
So basically, on the other side of those two pillars is another esplanade right there.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, that's what. If you look at it, you can see an entrance to DCA on your left and an entrance to Disneyland on your right. And that would be. And we talked about this way.
Wow, we're talking like some crazy talk right now.
Well, we talked about this a long time ago. When they first showed us this, we were talking about how Disneyland Hotel and really Pixar Place Hotel, position themselves as like really amazing hotels as far as like proximity to the parks. When you think about another entrance being right there next to them, and then the monorail can kind of be more exclusive to like just the Grand and not necessarily.
That's what I was gonna say. Is the future like that, where they're really trying to the monorail's like this exclusive, like this upgrade of like that. This hotel gets it. This hotel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn, look at that, Danny. This future make believe esplanade. So where would the entrances be? Is it like
maybe DCA on the left and then Disneyland on the right?
Is this Disneyland entrance right here? This thing?
Yeah. No, it'd be like right
or
below
a little lower. Oh,
those
right
little
here.
like see those little like turnstile buildings right there. Yeah.
This green thing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Dirty, dude. Just dirty. But yeah, where does Disney get the budget to move this monorail like that? You know what I mean? But the current monorail building, where is it? Where is it right here? I don't see nothing. Yeah, that's like some crazy talk stuff right there. But I just wanted to bring it up. We're talking downtown Disney. Theme parks in Johnny. One thing I want to say, I think the fountain stays in front of Porto's. Plus, I think it will be a big building, but long ways in concept art. That circle design on the ground in the front of the building is there now. Damn, what are your thoughts on that one? Let me go to Porto's concept art. Downtown Disney. I don't know. I could have sworn there was like permits or something that people talked about when it came down to that water fountain. That circle thing right there, Danny. Supposedly, it's on the ground right now. That circle thing.
No, there's similar things to it, but not like it doesn't look like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Johnny. That water fountain's gone, bro. Like, I don't think it stays. I still can't believe this big ass hotel right here, Epic Universe Styles Hotel, is coming to downtown Disney. This is just ridiculous. This might as well have been a DVC hotel, Danny. Like literally, dude. But yeah, I feel like it's staying. I don't know. That's just me. I could have sworn there was like a permit that somebody posted that it could be gone. But we need to see walls go up. Hopefully they go up soon. I don't think they want to delay that Porto's thing anymore. Johnny drops another super chat. So he dropped a 20 and a 5. Thank you, Johnny. The circle of trees surrounding the circle design will be gone for sure. Let me see. Am I still on the Google Maps? I guess I could show that real quick.
Yeah, the difference that he's trying to say here, and if you could zoom in on that, is that this goes back to the whole garden theme, right? The garden theme in downtown Disney just doesn't exist anymore, Johnny. It's gone. It's still there in pieces. So the flower is part of that garden theme, and the circular pattern on the ground right there that my face is kind of still covering, is a representation in the ground of the vines, right? Because downtown Disney was one giant vine. We've talked about that on this show before. We've showed it before. The vine would grow through downtown Disney all the way, and each section of the vine was different parts of plants. So like the area that the the Splitsville bowling alley in is like birds of paradise, and the birds of paradise are all still because that fountain is shaped like a leaf right there. That was a leaf growing off the vine. If you look at the ground has a pattern of a vine, although it's faded after many years. The whole shape of downtown Disney, every single planter, if you notice, they're all really curvy. They're all really
right here. Still, look at that.
Yeah, they're all really curvy shaped. Every single planter is shaped like a leaf because downtown Disney was one giant vine. And so the circular part that Johnny's talking about, all the way over where La Brea Bakery is at, is the end of the vine where it's like curling around itself. And that pattern in the concept art's not the same. It's like circles in like a target like formation with like a circle and a circle and a circle, not necessarily like a spiral. It looks like to me anyway.
Yeah, kind of weird spiral going on the ground for no reason, right? What the hell?
Yeah.
Is the whole Esplanade going to look like that, you think? Like this is like a glimpse into the new Esplanade? Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, it does look reminiscent to the vine, but it's like it's almost like they boldened it, like they made it black instead of like, it's like a faint green color now because the cement that downtown Disney used to be made of was like an off like beigey green color to, when you looked at it from Google Earth and stuff like that, it would show, it would be more prominent as like a vine, like wrapping through downtown Disney with all the different planters. And maybe they do keep the design there, but for the most part, in every section of downtown Disney that they've touched, they've always redone the groundwork to be different. They did it around the Centrico bar. They did it around the areas over by the Rainforest Cafe. They took out all the garden references there. They put in more like squared off, like retro modern, mid-century modern planters that don't look like the leaf. All the leaf planters are gone except for the one that's directly in front of the ESPN zone is still there. So it's like downtown Disney's still in this weird, like, doesn't really have an identity space because it's still like half garden themed and half like this new modern look. So it's like a little bit of both. It's like in a weird space.
Thank you, Johnny, for the super chat. That Portos needs to start. I don't know what the heck they're waiting so long. It's we've been knowing about it for so long now. Somebody mentioned real quick, Dodger. Have you seen the OC Register article on the goings at CityWalk? Happy Speculation Sunday on a Monday. I have not.
What's with Mondo missing all these articles from news organizations on Universal?
I'm slacking right now.
You're missing KTLA. You're missing.
I go to Disneyland and all this cool stuff happens. Like I don't get it. So OC Register, Universal City begins sweeping transformation with new shops and restaurants. This is from Brady McDonald. It was posted today. Wow. Today in the morning. Construction walls have gone up. Many Monsters reluctantly announced the closure of CityWalk. After more than 7 years, Universal has decided to take back the space. We tried our best to stay, but the decision was beyond our control. We've known that. The reality of being small, we know that. These are all the closures. We know that too. And then what's coming, we know that. I don't see nothing new. I think it's just like you're not in the loop. Kind of keep people informed. I'm still shocked on Escapology. I'm still shocked on Insomnia Cookie. And I'm still shocked on Line Friend Square. I have no clue why those things are coming to CityWalk. Honestly, I literally have no clue. It's just me.
So
this is just me.
Insomnia Cookies is owned by Universal or not?
I have no clue, Danny. I have no clue, dude. This is just me. I kind of feel like escape rooms is like becoming a thing of the past, at least in my circle. As far as my eye could see, I haven't done an escape room in a very long time. Like I'll say like 2-3 years now. I don't have any interest to do an escape room. But man, I guess maybe escape rooms is still going strong somehow.
So Insomnia Cookies is like its own company, and they have locations. It's very it's very crumble cookie inspired.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Let's do this real quick. I'm just curious. I'm not even trying to like nitpick or nothing. I'm just Insomnia cookies. This is one. Where is it? It's in L.A. There's one in L.A. Somewhere in L.A. By USC, I guess. Insomnia cookie. I just want to see what their newest reviews. Okay, I'm not nitpicking. I just went to Yelp. There's an Insomnia cookies. I'm going to the newest reviews. Visited USC campus location. Oh, it's on USC. Wow. Placed order for pickup. Once the order was ready, you must call. Blah, blah, blah. Highly disappointed with this location. Will not be returning. The quality of the cookie felt like it was microwaved and did not arrive to me warm. I could have gone to the grocery store and picked up cookies for $5 and not spent $29. $29. Dude, these are some expensive ass cookies. Nick was so nice, helpful, helped me get points for my Insomnia app. Okay, that's a good score. Look at this one, January 20th. One star. The limited time flavors were not available. A bunch of the other flavors were also not available. The cookie itself tasted so regular. It was not an experience. The ambiance is just nothing. It's empty inside the location. If you like thin, basic cookies, come here. I imagine the cookies to be amazing. I want a basic cookie. Hopefully they improve their service. Until then, I won't be a returning customer. I'll save myself so much time and go to Crumble Cookie. The cookies there are more everything. Wow. Okay. 1 star. Went for a late night snack, was stopped by USC guard. Okay, that kind of is irrelevant. Very disappointed in their slow service. Delivery has been massively delayed multiple times. 1 star. What a scam. They advertise cookies as big ones, but their cookies are actually super small. Absolutely isn't worth $5. The taste is average, but the price is absolutely delusional. Damn, dude. I literally couldn't tell you why this is coming to CityWalk. I don't know.
I can't either. And what's more perplexing to me is I couldn't tell you why Universal felt it was so important to kick out an existing tenant that didn't want to leave, that was paying rent and wanted to be there because they felt like this cookie location was that much more important that it needed to be there to kick out an existing tenant.
I don't get it. I have no clue, dude.
That's what I don't understand. Like, why is this so much better than Mini Monster?
And you know what? I'm not a fan of Mini Monster either. I've had it. I don't enjoy it, but from what my eye could see over the years, it was always busy. People were always in there. People like boba. It's just a thing to get. Why not? The crumble cookie, I think it's going to be a hard sell. I'll go there to try it out for science, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Insomnia Cookie's coming. I've been to Insomnia in Irvine, and they just opened one in Claremont by my house. They are open late and are great. That's the big thing that I keep saying about Insomnia at CityWalk. The whole, like, we're open late. Mm-hmm. You know, CityWalk ain't open late. Universal ain't open late. They closed at 6 this whole past week.
Unless it's HHN.
Yeah, so that's kind of weird. To bring these cookies that are, like, open late, but CityWalk is not open late. Johnny dropped a super chat. Unless Universal don't mess around when doing construction, they got to work fast. But thank you, Mondo and Danny, for everything you do. No, thank you, my friend. Thank you. No, Universal, they put up construction walls. Stuff's going down. Like they There is no like we're gonna wait 3 months. No, they're boom. We got heavy machinery. We'll be out there very very
Cynthia
soon.
says, I'm still heartbroken over Popcornopolis.
Dude, Popcornopolis, very sad. I'm shocked that's leaving. I feel like that did good. I don't know the numbers. Like I don't know accounting from these things, but yeah, Popcornopolis is like a very big name. They're connected to so many sports venues. It's kind of wild. Mrs. Fields is better. I'm not in the cookie game. I don't really go out to buy cookies. I just know that like the one that I feel like
Mystery Bay was on that Crumble game for a little bit.
dude, I feel like Crumble. Every time I get a reel recommended to me on Instagram about Crumble, it's about how many calories, all these bad ingredients. Like it's never nothing positive. I never hear nothing positive anymore about Crumble. Is Crumble still like happy brand? Like people are loving it a lot, Danny, or people
I
are
would say
moving on?
my algorithm is very similar to yours because most of the stuff I'm seeing nowadays about Crumble is negative.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
what I'm
it's
getting.
not positive anymore. It's like it talks about how much sugar's in them, how much calories they are, or that they taste like mid at best. Like generally, like if I'm getting anything in my algorithms on social media about Crumble, it's typically been bad lately.
Yeah. Here's Mystery Bay. Crumbles gives me cavities just looking at him. That's funny.
Yeah, but she used to be. She'd always be like messaging me like, "Look at the new flavors, so I want to try one out." Like I
Yeah.
remember. She can't. She can't lie. She can't lie. We remember.
Yeah.
Mondo remembers.
All right, let's keep the conversation going. The big moves coming out of Disneyland. Lots of construction will hopefully begin behind Avenger Campus.
We have a major milestone happening this week. Mondo hasn't talked about it yet. He refuses to talk about it.
Which one, Danny? Which one? Which one?
Saturday the 8th. Tram. Trolley.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. No,
You
that's
keep
what, that's
forgetting
what I'm,
about it. You keep
no,
forgetting
that's where
about
I'm
that poor
going.
tram.
I like made it a thing. I'm gonna talk about it. The red car trolley. Its time is coming. This is it. Michael Jackson. Is it Saturday, Danny?
Saturday.
Saturday will be the last day.
It's also DCA's birthday.
Saturday will be the last day you could do the red car trolley. Shockingly, the red car trolley has had a line, almost an extended queue line too. Like people are doing it. It'll be gone forever. There's been rumor that they already started kind of like dismantling and getting ready to just start destroying the building where these things were stored. But yeah, construction supposedly has started as well. I think it was, Chris West sent me pictures. I think it was Fresh Bake reported that there's like dirt. There's like dirt, like these piles of dirt behind Avenger Campus. I have to see it for myself. I don't know. But how are you feeling about the Avenger Campus, where things could be headed, Danny? Like, how you feeling, man? Because this is huge.
I'm not too excited about the expansion at Avengers Campus, but I know people are, so I'm excited for them. I'm excited just for new things to be added. In general, it just means more capacity. I'm not too happy about losing the trolley because I thought it was one of the best additions to DCA 2.0. But I get it. Like, there's it's going away for the expansion of DCA for much more. It's giving itself up for so many more things being added. So um, they'll still have the trolley there, to look at and maybe even stand in. I don't know if they're gonna let us get in it, but they did say it would still be there. So you will still see it starting Sunday, right? It'll still be there the day after. You just won't be able to ride it anymore. It won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So
Do you think Disney goes out of their way to do something for the red car trolley? Or it's just like, no, we're good. One last newsies? You don't think we get, you know what I mean?
I don't think so. I don't even know I don't even know how the whole like parking situation is going to go, right? Like they've got like well, first off, the trolley's battery operated, so it's probably got lithium ion batteries in it. So those can't just sit in that car forever because we all know what happens when you leave lithium ion batteries just sitting and not being used, right? It can become like a bomb essentially. So you don't want it to sit there and never be used. So maybe there still has to be some work done on the trolley where they like take the batteries out of it and it just becomes like, a shell that sits there. I don't know, or
Yeah,
maybe it sits there with the batteries in it and they're just going to keep it for like a year or two like as a memento, and then eventually it'll just go away altogether.
yeah. Do you think Disney gives us like the trolley goes in Avenger Canvas with Mickey on it or something like super sad? Yeah, this is bittersweet goodbye. or
Maybe we
or
get the Newsies Mickey like in the tram riding in it, like, but they're not actually doing the show.
yeah, there's
And
just him waving goodbye.
I also forgot, Mondo, someone told us that one of the trams, and I forgot which number, but you can see there. We always had two versions of the tram, and each one represented a different decade of the trolleys in Los Angeles.
Mm,
Um, there's the all red one, which was like the older one, and that was number 623. And then there was one that had like yellow stripes on the side with like a wing detail in the front. I
mm.
don't know which one we still have. I think it's the one with the
I,
orange striping on it.
I just filmed that thing like a couple days ago. Hold on, I could tell you right now. Because I remember I was like saying goodbye to the red car trolley. Um, I got it right here. The 623 is the one that's out there. 623 is out there right now.
Okay, so the all red one. So the other
Yeah,
one's gone already.
yeah. Supposedly that one's gone. Wherever it went. See the red car. This one's 717. I can see the numbers right there. 717. Sheesh. Damn. So you're saying the red car trolley will be sitting there still even after Saturday?
That's what Scott Gustin put.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
the one I think that originally shared the day it was closing. So if you want to pull up his
Yeah, I believe whatever Scott said. I believe it. I believe it.
Scott Gustin red car trolley, looking it up right now.
I feel like it was a while ago now that he posted that.
Um, he said, uh,
I gotta go far back. Oh, I gotta go. Wow, I gotta go way back there. Red car trolley, where you at? Where you at? Did he give dates? Like it'll be sitting there for like a week or two or something?
it just says, let's see here. Here we go. It's right here.
Damn, I feel like it was a while ago.
So it's Scott Gustin from December 5th.
Oh
Um,
man, I'm like December 19th. That's why I was like, I don't see it.
I sent it to you so you can pull it up, Mondo.
Got it.
It's Scott said Disneyland Resort plans to have one trolley parked on Buena Vista Street so guests can continue to take photos and enjoy the trolley after the attraction closes. Earlier today, Disney announced February 8th is the last day for guests to ride it. So they didn't say how long. They just plan to have one trolley parked.
Hmm. So it'll sit there and you can still get a picture with it. It's just not gonna work. Damn. I have a feeling, Danny, it'll last like 2 weeks and then it's just gone forever. It's just gone. He gone. Uh, Let me see. Why isn't there any talk about unused space next to Soren where airplane sits? What did they use that space for? Only seen it used as a tree trail during Oogie Boogie. I think it's like that's where the trucks come in to transport things and
Yeah, that is. It's an emergency exit for DCA. It was also at one point used as the entrance to DCA when they were redoing the main entrance. But yeah, Mondo's correct. Those big gates that we used to use as a temporary entrance into the park when it was getting a new entrance made, like big machinery or equipment comes into the park from there. So, and also, if big machinery needs to get to like that part of downtown Disney, it's also like a way for it to do that too. So
Yeah, yeah. It's just like a crucial lane that they need. Johnny dropping another super chat. What? Fun fact: the area behind Avenger Campus is not just for cast members, but is an old parking lot before DCA was built. We just have two Lion King lots remaining. Now it used to be four. I heard. What parking lot was that? I thought it was like Winnie the Pooh parking lot or something.
no, it was
Eeyore
Timon parking.
It was Timon?
Yeah, Timon parking.
Damn, the soul of Timon lives on back there for a little longer. For Avenger Campus, all that stuff happening back there, it's not going to really affect Avenger Campus, right? Are we still going to get a headquarters show? That's the one that I keep asking. Nobody could answer me. Everyone, but the only thing I've heard is no Avenger headquarters show. Do you think Disney just does not run a headquarters show, like the stunt show for like 2-3 years? They're just not going to run it? That sounds crazy. What are your thoughts on that, Danny?
It sounded crazy to me to get rid of the Doctor Strange Sanctum show, considering that it's there.
I know.
So
what was the point of all this? Doctor Strange show, Avenger headquarters show, and then kaput, it's all gone. A Spider-Man show is gone. What the hell was Avenger Campus when it opened? Like, it's so, I don't get it.
I don't know if you could say, Mondo, that'd be weird, because I think it's weirder to have a location that's the whole reason it exists is for a show, and then it's not a show anymore. So.
Dude, Avenger Campus, it sounds like Madame Leota, just in a bigger manner. Sounds like Toontown Ground in a bigger manner. Like, we're gonna build all this stuff, but it's not really what we want. We'll fix it at some point. That's kind of what it sounds like. But yeah, Johnny, it's Avenger Campus. I'm excited for it. I can't wait till it all comes alive and just this big expansion in that area. It's going to be cool. Anytime we hear expansion at a theme park, it's the most beautiful words ever as a theme park fan. We're not losing stuff. We're expanding. It's great. It's so beautiful. No more Deadpool either. Yeah, it's just maybe all that cool stuff entertainment-wise, it all comes back when the 70th comes back. Just probably bigger budgets at that point. When's Mondo the Frog getting his own Spirit jersey? I'm asking the same question. Did we get Tiana's Bayou Adventure Spirit jerseys, Danny, at Disneyland? I feel like we did it.
We did. It's in the Critter Shop.
Nobody wears them. I don't see people wearing it. Man, I don't even remember. I don't remember like physically seeing it. I don't know.
I saw it last time I went.
I see so many Spirit jerseys. It's hard to keep track. New Avenger building will mimic the Tomorrowland. You'll walk between the rides, swallow you in visual experience. I don't even know what that means, Zapache. That's some crazy talk. Our Tomorrowland, I don't feel like it swallows me in. Yeah. Danny, anything that you have in mind that we haven't hit up yet?
No, we talked about mostly everything that we were trying to cover. The only thing I was going to mention was, in addition to some of the changes that are going on in downtown Disney, obviously those ongoing changes are still happening at the hotels as well too, that we talked about a couple weeks ago. But I feel like there's just going to be a lot more change at the Grand Californian than people think, right? We got an announcement from Disneyland about the changes to Napa Rose. And then we know that the bar lounge that's in the lobby is going to be serving a breakfast buffet temporarily, which that's going to be wild because that's not a very big location. To kind of accommodate for hotel guests that need a breakfast buffet location. And who knows, are they going to cram Mickey into the Hearthstone Lounge, Fondo? Are we going to have a Mickey at the bar situation?
Yeah,
But
how's that going to work out? I
I
don't.
don't
I
know.
really don't know. I really don't know.
But yeah, they're going to close. And they're also going to work on the kitchen for Storytellers Cafe because it shares a kitchen with Napa Rose, at least the main kitchen anyway. But what we haven't really found out, Mondo, is if any of these changes are coming to Storytellers itself. Like, is story like no one's shared? Are they updating that location, or are we leaving that alone? Like, what's going on there? I know Theme Park IQ, I think, posted like a permit
Permit. Yeah.
situation about the kitchen and like maybe the buffet area, like the changing the layout of the buffet area a little bit. But is it bringing with it like a whole theme change? Disney hasn't really shared any of that just yet. So I would imagine it would probably go down the same time that Napa Rose does, just because their kitchens are connected. It makes the most sense.
Yeah.
But it's weird that they chose not to share anything about Storytellers, but only Napa Rose. I don't know. Why do you feel that is?
I'm gonna assume it's gonna get changed. Like the decor theme aspect, I think it's gonna change, Danny. Um, I don't know what though. Like what route? They definitely don't want to make it look like Napa Rose. Napa Rose is so different. Uh, Theme Park IQ expanding the buffet by 900 square feet. It sounds like to me it'll only go down for 3 weeks. It sounds like to me they just want to pack more people in there, Danny. It's simple as that. I think it's that simple. Maybe not so much decor
Because
though.
honestly, it's not. If you, I mean, I've been there a lot,
Yeah, I've been there a lot too.
especially recently with the new themes. They had the Christmas buffet, and then they had the Halloween one before that, or the fall one. Um, I made a mental note. I was like, these aren't very well laid out very well. Like, there's not a lot of space for them to do stuff. So what theme park IQ is posting makes sense. Like, it's not. They need to rework it a little bit. I would say, like, there's parts of them that are like too curved. I feel like whenever you're there, you always have people like coming up the wrong way
Hmm.
and like kind of messing up the buffet a little bit. So
I like being on the. Is it the right side? I like being on the right side more because the left side is all mixture of like walkway path. It's just I know what you're saying about people walking the wrong ways in there. The left side's crazier on Storyteller. Storyteller is a great restaurant. Whoever's in charge of that, they've been killing it for years, man. Um, uh, I don't know if my Alyssa's in here, but I'm just gonna show this. We got some. We were just talking about that. There's probably gonna be some dirty meet and greets. Well, guess what? Uh, what do they call it? DVC Moonlight. They are not disappointing. Check this out. Check this out. All right. Look at this, Danny. Who's that? Who's that? At California Adventure.
and and we got Olu Mel.
Wow. Wow. That's kind of weird to see Duffy in California. I'm assuming it's not the same outfit that they got at Walt Disney World because we just had a Duffy sighting over there. Um, wow, that's very cool.
I think this is the first time we've ever seen Olu Mel here, right?
Yeah, only at D23, right? Only
Yeah.
D23. I don't remember him in the park. I don't know. That's crazy. This Mickey, I haven't seen that one since the pandemic. And then look at this one, Danny. These dudes, what are their names again? Oh,
Which one?
it went away. I have to show it again. Hold on. These dudes, I don't know their names.
Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb. I just never watched it. That's really cool, man. These DVC, they go hard. They go so hard in the paint. Ulumel from Alani. That's probably where it came from, dude.
It is. It's where it came from.
Yeah. Wow. So crazy. I got dropped from the queue within 16 minutes left. Oh. Oh man, Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, and that's probably the tip of the iceberg. There's probably cooler meet and greets that we just haven't seen. Because I think the event might have started at 9. I think, or I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't know Noah was a member. Or does he know someone?
I think he knows somebody. He knows somebody. Yeah, yeah. Anything else, Danny? Or before I open up, just for like maybe 10 minutes of Q&A?
Nope.
Let me see. I'm trying to make sure. Oh my gosh. Who is that? Our magical reality? Oh my Lanta, dude. Check this out. Wow. Can I go to her story? Let me see. Our magical reality on Instagram. She's there right now. Look at that. Wow. It's just so dirty, dude. Are you serious, dude? Yeah, Moonlight seems to me they go the hardest character-wise in that thing. There's probably like 5 more cool characters that we just haven't seen yet. Question for the both of you. Do you think Canadian dollar will affect Canadian traveling into the Disney parks or the tariffs? I couldn't tell you. I have no clue. Man.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know. And then they just announced today that the tariffs are not happening. They're like on pause. So who knows? Maybe they don't ever happen.
I don't know anything on that aspect. But if tariffs did happen, you best believe manufacturing super affected. The amount of manufacturing that's going down with Disney as a company, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, it's for sure going to affect them. But hopefully it doesn't. That's the last thing we want. Disney's already crazy about budgets. To go even deeper into tariffs and budgets, oh my gosh, it sounds like a freaking nightmare. All right, last thing to talk about, Danny. Peanut Celebration. Peanut Celebration is starting, finally. I feel like it took forever. But February 8th is the big day. There is a lot to come for Peanut Celebration. I'm going to bring up my favorite Instagram when it comes down to Knott's Berry Farm. And it's not even Knott's. It's our Knott's Adventure. It's our Knott's Adventure. That's the best Instagram to follow when it comes down to Knott's. It's not even Knott's. If you haven't followed her Knott's Adventure, you need to. If you're a Knott's fan, you have to follow her. The best. There's a lot to come. We went over the foodie guide recently. But I just want to show this right here. This is kind of like what you can do. Entertainment. Entertainment is such a precious word these days at Knott's Berry Farm, so that's cool to see. They're doing something. There's going to be Pigpen, Let's Celebrate, which is going to be a new show. Life and Art of Child Shorts at the Town Hall. They're going to do the Cavalcade, the Peanuts on the Go over there by the water fountain. Snoopy's legendary concert, which is awesome. Cowboy Jamboree, Peanut Sketch School. This is very kid-oriented. Kids are going to have a lot of fun. This is not an after-dark event or anything like some separate ticket. You go to Knott's, you could do all of this stuff. It's part of your ticket. We have lots of foods, lots of meal plan, which is very important. Lots of food offerings. The one thing we're not seeing a lot, Danny, is mac and cheese. I don't even know if they did one mac and cheese item. I don't know. I don't see anything.
So it's not the Peanut Celebration of mac and cheese again.
Yeah, no. We got
that was a dark year. We had a Peanut Celebration all mac and cheese, and then we had Disneyland do Festival of Mac and Cheese.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you interested in going to Peanut Celebration, Danny? Is that on your radar or no?
I thought we were going.
Okay, good. I was like, I don't know if you want. I want to. Saturday will be the day, right? Saturday is the 8th. I keep getting confused.
Yeah, I will.
Saturday.
I will start my day on Saturday over at DCA to get the final ride on the trolley. But then I'll probably head over to Knott's right after.
Yeah. Peanut Celebration to me is, for me personally, it's food and that nighttime concert. We'll see how the new show plays out. Let's celebrate. I'm excited for it. Usually it's very character driven. You know, the whole Peanut gang will probably be up there. Hopefully it has a cool message, cool story, a good song, and everybody will love it. So if you're interested, this Saturday, opening day, Peanut Celebration. I think that's it. I don't really got nothing else after all that. I just keep seeing cool characters come out at DVC Moonlight or whatever, but I think that's it. Danny?
Theme Park IQ said to go to Gentleman Disney story for all the characters at the Moonlight Madness event.
I just saw Gentleman Disney just recently too. Let's go to Miguel. Let's see. What do we got? We got what is that? Horace? Wow! Look at that.
Minnie's Fly Girls.
Last time I saw that was 1992, Danny. I don't know. What is this? A bear?
Coda, Kenai.
Coda?
Brother Bear.
Dude, I haven't watched it yet. I gotta watch that. Is it the same bear?
No, it's Coda and Kenai.
Oh, it's two bears. We got them, Phineas and Ferb. What the heck? Bolt? What is this?
From Bolt.
Oh, it's a cat. Wow, I've never seen that. I've never seen that cat. Dude, Disney, they got so many characters they could pull out, and they just don't do it. They just don't do it, dude. We got Zapache. Maintenance section behind Incredible Coaster will remain. Coaster will be across the way in DCA West. It's like New Orleans Square. When you walk into Coco Land, will be around you. The good Coco ride. Where's the Coco ride going? Let me see. I wonder when Charlie Brown Day is this time. I don't know if they've announced that. Is it the same day every year? I don't know. Jess Loves Cup, 43 months! Hello, Five Fires fam. I was hospitalized, home resting. Just keep me in your prayers. Just know I've been watching and listening. Jess, we're always here for you, always in our prayers.
Hope you're feeling better.
We got you, amiga. Much love. Positive vibes your way. Positive vibes, Jess. Just keep resting. Just recover, fully recover. But thank you, Jess. Seriously, thank you for everything you do. But get better. You got to get better. We saw Bolt last year, but not Mittens. Oh, that's what the cat's name? It's Mittens?
Yeah, Mittens.
Wow. Were they ever in the park, Danny, or they're just like an after dark thing or something?
No, I remember Bolt and Mittens being in the park when the movie came out.
Wow, that's crazy. We need those characters out there. People love dogs, they love cats. Like, just bring them out. Damn, they're going extra hard. They're going extra hard in this Moonlight thing. All right, Danny. Closing thoughts, my friend. Closing thoughts. Let's fire it down.
Yeah, I'm excited to finally see Tortilla Joe's get torn out of here. We were wondering what it looks so bad. It's just getting like decrepit and just nasty on the outside. So ready for it to be done. Ready to see that. So I'm happy that we got that news from Theme Park Wizard with the permit there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Mondo always loves new construction, so he'll be showing that.
Love it. I love it.
But I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see. Oh, we did forget one thing, Mondo.
Bring it up.
We forgot one thing.
Pixar.
Yep,
Pixar. I knew. I thought about it too when you said that.
Pixar Putt launches at the Pixar Place Hotel starting on Friday. And you
what? That fast?
And you need to book your tea time, because if you don't book it, they're already sold out, I think, the first weekend.
It was that fast? I thought this was like a month from now or something.
Nope.
What? Wow. So this is something that was featured, I guess, at D23. I didn't have a chance to do it, but I saw a lot of videos and stuff like that. But I almost feel like this is going to go to Pixar Place, Danny. It's just going to stay there. It's just perfect. It's a perfect thing to have at Pixar Place Hotel. Pixar Putt. Because Walt Disney World, they do putt out there, you know, at what is it called? It's like in the water park? Is it in the water park?
No, they have a few golf. They have a Fantasia Gardens golf course. They have Winter Summerland.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
And they also have Fairway or something like that. There's 3 different mini golf courses at Disney World.
Yeah, so Disney's dabbling in some putt over here. Is this free? You got to pay for this? Like, how's this work?
No, it's $33.
Whoa, $33.
If you want to go on Friday, if you want to go on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it's $33 a person.
Oh,
and if you want to go on Monday through Thursday, it's $27.
God damn. $33. Oh my gosh. It's just when I think of golf, I go play a big ass golf course for $33. Like, damn, putt. How much is like Mulligans? Does that exist still? Damn, putt got expensive. Holy smokes. Angie says Pixar Putt in Long Beach a few months ago, $30+ depending on the date. Damn, dude, that's crazy. I can't believe it's that expensive. I can't believe. Wow, it must be cool. It has to. I hope it's cool. But closing thoughts, Daddy. My bad, I messed you up.
I don't know, Mondo. The who posted it on there? Wayne Nike said they went to the one in Long Beach. It was just okay.
Damn, dude, $33. That should come with like a meal, like a snack or something. That's a lot of money, dude.
Not to mention if you are coming from out of town, like from you don't have a pass or anything, you're gonna pay at downtown Disney to park hourly.
Wow, it's $50. It's $50 straight up.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Purge Horn at $33.
Dude, $33. Wow. I'd rather spend that money and get Lightning Lane, even though I don't ever get Lightning Lane. But at that point, I'm getting Lightning Lane. Holy macaron! Disney don't play. My closing thoughts. We're in this like lull of February, but I really feel things are going to heat up. As more things.
Don't forget, Mondo, Food and Wine, February 28th.
Whew, right at the end. It really feels like middle of February, things will heat up because we're going to have construction at Avenger Campus, hopefully. Construction, all this crazy stuff at Universal. But at the same time, 90s night, hopefully more details kind of come out of that. Maybe some hype builds up for that. Is 90 night sold out? Has that completely sold out? I don't even know. Well, 90s night is important to me. I can't wait to go. It's going to be a lot of fun. And at the same time, too, Star Wars night, all those tickets are selling. I don't know if it's selling good or not, but, all these events are finally trickling in. And then everything's going to lead up to the 70th, and it's going to be fire, dude. Are you getting a little more excited, Danny, now that we're in February now for the 70th? Like, I'm beyond excited, dude. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the food that they're going to have, the merch, just to see what all the merch is. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm more ready for Paint the Night.
Yeah, Paint the Night.
I already know Mondo's going to be there on the daily live streaming with Paint the Night and with Wondrous Journey every night. Like, you're going to be just always live streaming.
And if World of Color is good, this is like incredible. This is incredible news. Incredible news. But I'm just excited. I can't wait to see construction finally happen in Avenger Campus, and once it does, I'm gonna be covering it all the time because then it becomes news. It's important. See what the hell they're doing back there. But thank you, Danny. Any content on the horizon from you before we fire it down?
Yeah, I have a podcast that's getting published. So that's on its way. That's going to be out not tomorrow, but the next day. And then I have a video as well that I'll have coming out. So those will both be on the 5571 channel. I have a previous video that's there now if you wanted to watch it. But you'll have 2 new ones this week.
Let's go. Hold on, let me bring it up. I'll bring it up right now. Hold on. There we go.
Hold on.
Videos. These right here. Yeah, Dan, you got to watch Danny's new What's New at Disneyland. I could never go in depth like how Danny goes with Disneyland hotel stuff too. Go watch that video. Mondo
and I filmed that day together, and he didn't. He was just like, "I'm not going to film a video."
I just cannot.
Like, okay, whatever.
I rather just enjoy Danny talk about it all because it's crazy. Danny knows a lot when it comes down to hotels. All right, smash that like button, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. We are firing it down the Cali Bay, just as Danny are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo.